Hello, welcome to Appleosophy Weekly, episode 3, when we talk about the latest Apple tech news rumors of the week. Before I get the show started, be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Okay, so you can follow us at instagram.com/Appleosophy, which is APPLEOSOPHY, and same with the Twitter accounts too. Okay, so before we get the show going, I'd like to introduce Brahm, who's part of the Appleosophy podcast team.
Hi there, Holden. How's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today, Brahm?
Good. It's good to join
Good.
you. Feeling a little bit under the weather, but I still made it on the show.
Yeah,
Good.
great. So today, I don't know if you guys are gonna guess what we're gonna be talking about, but today we're gonna be talking about FaceTime. Yes, the first thing.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise. I know. So as we're speaking right now, group FaceTime is still down. Cause, Brahm, can you explain why group FaceTime is down?
So basically, a 14-year-old kid and his mother found a bug within FaceTime. It's actually kind of an interesting story the way this happened. So apparently, the 14-year-old kid was playing Fortnite on his Xbox, and I guess he didn't have Xbox Live hooked up, so he called his friends asking if they wanted to join him in a game of Fortnite. Well, when he added another friend, he realized that he could hear that friend before that friend even answered the call.
Yeah, pretty freaky.
Yeah, so I'm sure you guys have read. If you guys are watching the show, you've seen the news. Basically, if you add yourself to a FaceTime call, a group FaceTime call, you're able to hear the person on the other end before they even answer.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. So
yeah, it's a huge privacy concern, and
right.
Apple. Everybody's looking at Apple saying, "Oh, they did the right thing. They shut down the group FaceTime servers right away." So FaceTime is still available. One-to-one FaceTime, A2B FaceTime is still there.
Right, it's just the group FaceTime part.
Group FaceTime is down. The servers for it are completely shut down. That happened within hours of the bug going public. But the bigger conversation is how Apple handles bug reporting. Because if we look at this, I believe it was in
how they handled that. Definitely.
Yeah, I believe it was in New York Times. I guess they talked about it.
Yes.
Yeah. The mother and son reported this bug to Apple
like days ago, and they did nothing about it.
Yes, and Apple told them, we don't take bug reports seriously unless you have a developer account. You need to sign up for a developer account and file a radar. And I guess they tried multiple ways of contacting Apple, calling them, even faxing them. That was a funny one. They interviewed the kid about this. He said, I didn't even know what a fax was, but my mother tried every way to contact Apple and let them know what was going on.
Yeah.
So I think Apple needs to do a better job in the future of handling bug reports.
No,
how they go about doing this
totally
is the
agree.
question.
I'm honestly very disappointed how they handled it. Like, it honestly doesn't surprise me because it's Apple, but this shows that hopefully they can improve their bug reporting system in the near future, if you know what I mean.
Well, here's the thing. How do you handle this? Because
that's a good question.
There's a feedback app when you're running a beta, right? On the developer beta or even a public beta. There's a feedback app where you could file for a bug report. Imagine if everybody in the world had that feedback app on their phone. You'd have to weed through so many, bug reports that may not even be bugs. Maybe their phone's just freezing up or they need to restart it. Just, mundane things that happen. Maybe the app switcher closes, freezes, skips a frame rate. You're going to have all these complaints. People, people filing things on there that they should file a Genius Bar appointment for.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. So
how do you regulate that? That's the question.
You know what? Honestly, we don't work for Apple. We're just Apple fans and we report news on them. But I really honestly don't know how Apple will handle it. I think what they'll do is maybe they'll put someone on it to investigate and make sure it's a legit bug. Again, I'm not too sure how the process works, but maybe I think they should be more serious about how they handle these type of situations.
Well, there should be a number that you can call or a help center
or with the
something
Apple,
like that,
or with the Apple support app or call support.
Definitely,
at least
definitely there needs to be something.
Maybe a support agent can submit maybe a support agent can file it for them. I should say.
We just report the news, but this is this is a question of infrastructure. If this does become available, how will Apple go about this? If you make it as easy as opening an app and typing something out, you're going to receive a lot of spam.
No, yes, But the way Apple handled it, like the situation, like shutting down group FaceTime, I really think that was a really good call for them to do that because, like, I feel like that if group FaceTime wasn't shut down, everyone was doing this bug, the whole FaceTime app would be a mess, and it's not good business
Well,
for Apple.
it certainly made it out there, in that little window that it was.
Yeah, I made national
People
news,
did
of
have to
course.
test it. Yeah, The Verge was doing it. Bloomberg has a whole video on it. So
No, definitely. But yeah, so the next thing we need to talk about, when is group FaceTime going to be back online and fixed? Well, here's what I gotta say. So Apple a few days ago said that an update will be released later this week. And then now 2 days ago, actually no, sorry, on Friday yesterday, Apple gave out a statement in some news blog saying that it'll be available next week, not this week. So we can expect.
yeah,
Yeah.
so basically, right after they shut down the group FaceTime servers, again, group FaceTime no longer available. Currently, as we speak, not available.
Mm-hmm.
They said we're gonna release a bug fix update this week. They said that on Wednesday, I believe. Is that
Yes.
Wednesday or Tuesday?
I think it was on
Wednesday they issued that.
I thought it was Tuesday night, but I could be wrong.
Okay, Tuesday night, Wednesday
Dude,
morning.
the days go so fast for me.
I know, not to get into the details, but midweek, let's just say midweek, Apple issued an update, a PR statement saying we're going to issue a software update later this week that's going to fix this group FaceTime bug. In the meantime, we've disabled the servers, and as you know, group FaceTime is still down. We didn't receive an update, so hopefully later this week or beginning of next week.
So now I want to read the statement Apple sent out yesterday to Mac Rumors. So here's what they said. We have fixed the group FaceTime security bug on Apple servers and will issue a software update to enable this feature for users next week. We thank the Thompson family for reporting this bug. We seriously apologize for our customers who are affected and who are all concerned about this security issue. We appreciate everyone's patience as we complete this process. We want to assure our customers that as soon as our engineering team became aware of the details necessary to reproduce the bug, they quickly disabled group FaceTime and began the work on a fix. We are committed to improving the process by which we receive and escalate these reports, in order to get them to the right people fast as possible. We take the security of our products extremely seriously, and we are committed to continuing to earn the trust Apple customers place in us. So, yes.
Wow.
And I believe it'll be iOS 12. What version will it be? They're on 12.1.3, so maybe 12.1.4?
12.1.4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they just released 12.1.3 a few days ago.
Yes.
So we'll be seeing another update coming to iOS, probably Mac too. Wasn't this bug on Mac devices too?
I don't even use my Mac hardly anymore. I'm all on iOS, so.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll let you take the news on that one.
Okay. I'll have to look into that, but I believe that I think Apple made a mistake, and they're like, oh hey, I'm glad they're admitting that they made a mistake in this, and now they're creating a solution to the problem, which is what every company should do, and they're doing the right thing. So I can't really say any. So is it a bad thing or a good thing? I'm kind of right in the middle of this issue. Like, it's bad, it's a bug, but the way Apple handled it, I feel like it's like the weights are like kind of balancing together.
Yeah, well, to get back to that real quick, we were just talking about software. I'm on iOS 12.2 beta 1 on all my devices.
Okay.
So
hopefully,
beta 2 fixes some of the FaceTime issues. I'm sure it will by Monday.
Oh yeah, they'll probably have a beta out.
Yeah.
Like, definitely.
But here's the thing. So obviously it's a huge privacy concern. But, with a company like Apple, they hold privacy paramount. It's really important to them.
No, definitely.
So it's a big deal because a lot of people buy into the Apple ecosystem for privacy because they're concerned about privacy. So, I mean, yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing we'll be talking about is Apple releases Q1 2019 results. Okay, so Apple released its
Uh-oh.
first quarter results for 2019. The first quarter ended on December 29th, 2018, which is right after the end of the holiday season. So Apple reported a revenue of 84.3 billion, which is a slight decline of 5% compared to a year ago. However, it was revealed that the revenue for the iPhone, okay, so the revenue for the iPhone, sorry,
Okay.
has declined 15% from the previous year. In other news,
Okay.
all other Apple products and services for Apple rose 19%. Revenue for services for the company reached at a high of 10.9 billion.
It's all-time high, right?
Yes, it's all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And also, let's talk about Mac. Revenue totals for the Mac. Wearables, home products, and other accessories reached an all-time highs of 9 and 33%. Revenue for the iPad grew by 17%. So here's a little statement by Apple. Okay, we love reading these statements to you guys, so you know what Apple thinks about this. Just what they're saying. So here's a statement from Apple CEO Tim Cook. While we were
Okay.
while it was disappointing to miss our revenue guidance, we managed Apple for the long term, and this quarter results demonstrate that the underlying strength of our business runs deep and wide. Okay, and one thing, I was listening to the Q1 call. I was actually listening to it live, and I believe they said that a lot of people have not been upgrading because they've been fine with their old iPhones, like me, because I have an iPhone 6s.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. We spoke about this briefly on our last podcast.
Right.
A lot of people are holding on to their old iPhones now. You have a lot of options when you think about it. Apple had that $29 battery replacement, which was a steal. I mean, now it went back to the regular price between $50 and $89.
Right.
So for a while there, you could effectively reset your device to like it was when you bought it brand new, for $29. So a lot of people were holding on to the 6S, the 7,
Yeah.
even
No,
the 5S,
Hey,
because
I have a 6S, and it still runs great.
so you have it. So battery not only fixes, it's kind of self-explanatory, not
Mm-hmm.
only fixes your battery life, not only improves your existing battery life, but also improves your performance. So those two things go hand in hand. And then you tack on iOS 12, which is a huge update for performance. I mean, we saw the lock screen unlock up to twice as fast on
Oh, yeah.
iPhone 5S,
Dude, iOS
a
12
phone from 2013.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I gotta say I love iOS 12 this year, and compared to iOS 11, iOS 11 is trash in my opinion, because it could never run on anything. But dude, iOS 12 was a game changer in my opinion. Just like with
Yeah,
performance,
iOS
amazing.
12 is in many ways a stable version of 11,
Mm-hmm.
because
No,
not too many new features, but it's got some great speed and stability improvements.
no, I totally agree.
And like Tim mentioned, they are in it for the long haul. It would not be unlike Apple. It would not be like Apple to produce products that aren't reliable and that don't last the long term.
Right. Okay, so going back to Apple's Q1 2019. So just to read the facts and the statement. So revenue between 55 billion and 59 billion, gross margin between 37% and 38%. Operating expenses were between 8.5 billion and 8.6 billion.
Wow.
And then they said other income expenses of 300 million, and then the tax rate of approximately 17%. So, how Apple sent out, Tim Cook sent out the statement a few weeks ago saying that their Q1 2019 expectations will be lower than usual.
Yes.
And I've been watching Apple stock, and actually Apple stock went up.
Yeah, I
After
did notice that as well.
it went up like $9. I'm like, oh my gosh. I thought people would be freaking out. But dude, honestly,
Well, that's just the nature of the market.
right.
People crying, Apple's in danger.
All right,
People
people
like me,
exaggerate.
you obviously
I'm really mad about this.
don't know. Yeah.
So the thing is, the media made it such a big deal. Like, oh my gosh, like the media made it such a big deal. Like it should have been.
Well, here's the thing. So, what was the earnings call originally? 94 billion,
I
and they
think
only brought in
Apple.
85
I
billion.
think I thought it was 84.3 billion because they said they reported revenue of 84.3 billion.
Okay, but
And
I'm
it,
sure the projected was.
yeah, I think.
That's what I know. I
Oh,
know the
projected.
projected
Yeah,
was
I think.
something
I
in
think
the
it was around.
90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, still a lot of money. Still an unfathomable amount of money. Try to picture just $1 billion sitting in front of you. I mean,
I
it's
know.
an unfathomable amount of money.
So
And
sorry to interrupt you, Bron, but as an Apple investor, I have 6 shares of Apple stock, and just from like I usually buy shares of Apple like I usually buy like 2 shares a year, and I keep it going. But
yeah,
as an Apple investor, I'm pretty satisfied with where Apple is right now. I like to see them go up, and if they go down a little bit more, I'm fine because it's Apple. Like it's really hard for them to go out of business, dude.
well, that's
It was
that's
so
kind of
funny.
what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Is it's the nature of the market. So that we have the media crying, Apple's in danger. So the stock goes down. Well, people say, oh, this is a great time to get in, and
I
then
feel like most of it was the
it
media's
teeter
fault.
totters, each and every way. It's like I said, it's the nature of the market.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like some of it was the media's fault for overreacting. Because I swear, I read reports saying that Apple's going to go out of business, Apple's going to die, oh my gosh, the world's going to explode, Apple's going to go away, what are we going to do? Like, that's like all I saw in the media, like, for like the
Well,
last
you,
few
you got
days
to look
after
at
they
from
announced it.
from their perspective too. They're out there for a story.
That's true.
Obviously,
See,
we're
alright, so
a
see,
pro Apple news
you
media.
see, Appleosophy, like, we want to be honest with people, okay? We're not going to exaggerate, or we don't really want to exaggerate our news too much, okay? We're honest people here, okay? I just gotta say that right now because, like, I swear, I saw some stories were saying like, Apple gonna die? Like, question mark. I'm like, most of it was just clickbait articles.
Well, when people saw that PR release statement from Tim Cook, they kind of took a bunch of self motivated reasons why they didn't like the newest iPhones and sort
Mm-hmm.
of pinned the blame on those things, like, oh, they didn't reach this much revenue because of the notch or because of the headphone jack,
No, definitely.
this and that, and the internet's a fun place.
Right. Yeah, it really is. Okay. So yeah, the media exaggerated it, but that's the
Here's one thing I want to mention.
that's the beauty of the media.
Here's the one thing I want to mention is, so we were talking about you were
Yeah.
reading some of the stats on Apple's revenue.
Mm-hmm.
We see the biggest revenue is coming from services, right?
Right. Yes.
And this makes sense because Apple has a lot of subscriptions, right?
Right. And hey,
That
they're gonna release more this year.
that yeah, we're going to talk about that in a moment. But think about it. So we have a lot of subscriptions through Apple that are really appealing, right? We have Apple Music, iCloud storage,
Right.
things like that. In the consumer's eyes, it's very appealing. So
Mm-hmm.
we see services are their biggest revenue. Now, if you look at Apple from the beginning, Apple in many ways was a software company to begin with. I mean, obviously the design of the first Macintosh was great, right? Some
Right.
people thought,
I thought it was good.
but PCs were still king back then. Okay, so if you think about this, people were coming to the Mac for its graphical interface. That's what was really breakthrough about this, right?
Right.
People were coming to the Macintosh for its graphical interface. So Apple, in many ways, was a software company. When the hardware starts catching up to the software, we kind of see, where Apple was back around, when the first iPhone came out.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good example. The hardware starts catching up to the software. Apple becomes a hardware company. iPhones finally saturate the market. They're ubiquitous now, right? You see them everywhere.
Yeah.
iPhones, iPads, even the Macs have taken a step up as far as hardware.
No,
And now Apple's
definitely.
sort of shifting its
sorry.
way
Okay,
toward becoming
I
a service business.
right. So sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you and like change the topic, but I just gotta get this out of the way. I just gotta say that I really need to see the iMac get an update this year, like design wise. No processor, no like processor changes, no like extra stuff. I need to see updated, like good design. Same with the Mac
For
Pro.
the Pro or the
Sorry.
regular one?
The regular one, the iMac, just the regular iMac.
I think they could do some pretty amazing things when you think about
I
it.
think they could.
The
Dude,
leaps and bounds they've been making as far as making displays thinner and things like that.
No, right.
We could see a truly almost paper thin iMac, I bet you.
Mm-hmm. No. Dude, like, one thing I want to see is, like, thinner bezels. Like, have you seen those, like, concepts? I forgot what concept artist, but have you seen those, like, thin bezel designs?
Yes.
Like, I want to see that, because that seems so Apple. That seems like something Apple will definitely do after you release a new iMac design.
Just take a look at where we're headed here. I mean, you look at how thin iPads are now.
Oh,
Apple's
no, yeah.
considering bringing SSDs and mobile chips to desktops and laptops. And just imagine how thin and portable things are going to become. I don't know if that matters with the desktop, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Just aesthetic-wise.
Yeah. Oh, another thing to mention, Mac Pro. We need to see a Mac Pro this year. I just gotta get like Apple's confirmed that they're working on one, but I like to see that be.
Well, they're always working on one, just like they're working on a Pro display and Air Power and all this stuff.
What's Air Power?
Wear Power.
Wear Power. iPower. Okay. Yeah, speaking of Air Power, I need to see that released this year. It's been overdue for, like, I almost forgot what Air Power is now. What is it, bro?
Oh, it's a wireless charging mat.
It is? Ooh.
Yeah.
Where does it say on Apple's website? I want to learn more.
Oh, you won't find it there.
Well, if I look on the AirPods page, I see a little hint on there.
Yeah, you'll find a picture of it, not much more.
You see, these things are just, sometimes these situations like these are pretty hilarious.
Yeah, we opened that kind of worms on the last episode, so.
Yeah.
we'll move on.
You mean the first episode we did? Because I had Chris come in and do the second one.
Yeah, the last week, yeah.
Okay, back on topic. Okay. So the next thing we're talking about is we're gonna be only talking about this for a little bit, like a few minutes, but we're gonna be talking about Apple Pay. So, okay, so Apple Pay is rolling out to Target stores. So our writer David Becker, he has found some Twitter evidence that Target is rolling out Apple Pay to its stores. So if you
very cool.
So if you go to Target, like let's just say like right now, there is a chance that it'll support Apple Pay, but again, they're still rolling it out. But at some Targets now, they accept Apple Pay, so that's pretty cool.
Here's the thing. I gotta mention this.
Yeah.
I need to get this off my chest.
Okay.
Target is supporting, and most of the Targets they're rolling out Apple Pay, right?
Right.
Supporting Apple Pay. Very cool. Very nice. Their red cards, their new ones are NFC. And yet they're still not rolling out NFC support for the red card on Apple Wallet. What gives Target?
That's interesting. Maybe they don't want to do it. Like,
I don't know.
I don't know either.
The cards themselves have NFC. Come on.
But yeah, but if you want to learn more about Apple Pay being accepted at Target stores, you can visit Appleosophy.com for more information. But and also Apple Pay's rolling out to Taco Bell. Yeah, it's coming out to Taco Bell, I believe, and some others.
That'll make my impulse decisions even easier, Holden.
No, yeah, definitely. But yeah.
No one ever goes there by choice, right?
I haven't been to Taco Bell in a long time.
It's good going in,
here's
it hurts on the way out.
Yeah. Okay, so where else is Apple Pay coming? Like, I read that it's coming to, where's it coming, bro? Do you know? Because I know it's coming to more services.
Yeah, they had a whole list of stores that it's coming to.
Yeah, if you guys want to learn,
I don't have the list in front of me right now.
Yeah, I don't have it with me either. But if you guys want to learn more where Apple Pay is going to be coming soon, you can visit Appleosophy.com or Apple Newsroom, apple.com/newsroom. They usually have that posted there. But yeah, again, I'd like to give a special thanks to I don't know how to pronounce your username, but at YARTCTLS34. He's the person who's sent us the picture of the card reader. He's actually a Target employee, and he sent us a picture. So thank you for sending that photo to us. That does give us a sign that Apple Pay's coming to Target.
I actually have it right here, Holden.
Okay.
Okay, so we have...
what's the list?
So we have Target, a couple stores I don't even know on here. Speedway,
okay.
Best Buy,
Hy-Vee. Finally. Hy-Vee, okay. Isn't Hy-Vee like a store in Iowa or something like that, or around that area?
Yeah. Okay. David Becker used to work there, our writer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Jack in the Box, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, Costco, Safeway, Walgreens, Chevron, Jimmy John's, another big one. That was one I should have mentioned.
John's? Ooh, I love.
Yeah.
Dude, do you like Jimmy John's?
I love that place.
Yeah, me too. I haven't been there in a while, but man, that place is so good.
7-Eleven is on there as well.
I thought they accepted at 7-Eleven for a while. I guess maybe that was just a few stores.
I read an article on it at 7-Eleven. It's coming back to me now. It's available at 95% of 7-Eleven stores right now.
Oh,
and
so
they're planning on rolling it out to the rest of them.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I'm glad that Apple Pay's rolling out. I've actually been using Apple Pay more recently, and I gotta say it's great. And yeah. Okay, so guys, the next thing we're talking about is Apple Music. Okay. So no, it's a good thing. Why you say
it's a good thing?
No, it's a good thing. Okay, listen to this.
Okay.
So Apple Music is coming to American Airlines. So they launched it yesterday to American Airline flights.
Oh, this is a good thing. I remember this.
Right. So yesterday, Apple announced that Apple Music will be coming to American Airlines. So Apple Music subscribers can enjoy their access to music, playlists, and music videos on any domestic American Airlines flight. All right, but the only thing is, it has to be equipped with satellite Wi-Fi. Okay.
Yeah.
But the benefit from this is no Wi-Fi purchase is required for this. So yeah, I think this is really cool. What do you think?
Well, I was thrilled when I read this, to be honest with you, because
yeah, me too.
I went on a flight, it was a 4-hour flight last fall, and all I wanted to do was listen to Apple Music, but I had to pay for the in-flight Wi-Fi.
And it's like, how much is in-flight Wi-Fi these days?
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
To more than it should be.
I think they use satellite
not enough for me to pay for it.
Yeah.
I'll download them when we land, right? Next time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna read the statement what Apple said. It's a little bit long, so I'll try and make it nice. So okay.
Take breaths and drink water, Holden.
Oh, I have no water with me. Oh wait, I'm looking down right now. I have like a water bottle on the floor, so it's my emergency water. Okay, so here's what Apple Newsroom has posted. For most travelers, having music to listen on the plane is just as important as anything they pack in their suitcases, said Oliver Schusner. How do you pronounce his name? Schusner?
Schusner.
Schusner. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But he's the vice president of Apple Music. But he said that with the addition of Apple Music on American Airline flights, we're excited that customers can enjoy their music in more places. Subscribers can stream all their favorite songs and artists in the air and continue to listen to their personal library offline, giving them everything they need to truly sit back, relax, and enjoy their flight. All right.
Let's clarify, Holden, that it is only currently available on American Airlines flights.
I can see it
with satellite Wi-Fi.
Correct.
And then it'll be rolling out to other airlines very soon. That's what it says at the end of the press release.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
So
I wonder what airlines will support.
Wonderful future ahead.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that coming. So next time I'm on an airplane, you'll know what I'll be doing. But yeah. Okay, so another thing to talk about now. We're gonna be talking about today at Apple. Okay, so here's the thing. Apple adds new Today at Apple sessions. Okay, so Apple has announced that there'll be 50 new Today at Apple sessions. Today at Apple are held at Apple stores, if you guys don't know. But it's a place where people can learn and how to do things such as edit photos, tech support, edit music, coding, along as other activities. But Apple has announced that they're doing more today at Apple sessions, like
So basically they're classes,
kind of,
things
yeah.
like
They're doing more
like
type of classes, 50
yeah,
more.
like video production, photography,
Mm-hmm.
sketching, things like that, and they're free to anyone who shows up who has an Apple product, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
this is interesting too because so this is a great conversation because if you take a look at Apple's last couple keynotes, they're really trying hard to push this whole Today at Apple thing
no, yeah.
as a way to establish greater value in the Apple brand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like our product may be $300 more, but you get thousands of hours of free training
Yeah, kind
right
of
at your
like
local Apple
I
store.
guess you can say kind of like a little benefit of
Yeah,
you
it's a
getting Apple products.
benefit of joining with
I think
us.
people that don't even own Apple products can probably do it. They just need to have an Apple ID on file.
Yeah, I'm saying very true. It's and then in that case, it's a sales pitch.
Yeah.
You come to a photography session. You don't own the latest iPhone. Oh, well, the newest one has portrait mode.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. So,
yeah.
interesting discussion.
No, yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I never tried to get Apple, but from the reviews of it, I've been hearing positive things about it. And I really like how the new Apple Store design gives people. So what Apple's trying to do is they're trying to become what Apple's trying to do to their stores is they want to be more than just a store. They want it to be they want it to be a learning environment, or like a place to sit down and do work, kind of like Starbucks.
Yeah, an environment that fosters creativity and that has the resources that enable you to
Right.
to let those ideas run free, learn new things. That's what's really great about Today at Apple. They are free sessions, and they with the things that you learn, it empowers you to use the product in ways you didn't know you could before.
Right.
So it's a really, really neat benefit.
No, I think it's a good benefit too. But yeah, what's also cool about Today at Apple is they also sometimes do like special music events. So they they get local artists and stuff like that to come and sing at the Apple Store, or play or whatever like that.
Yeah, that's part of it too. You get concerts and things like that. It's
Yeah,
really become
I
a
believe
hangout spot.
right, and especially in New York, Chicago, the big Apple stores. I hear they have a lot of those in those type of Apple stores. So that's pretty cool. I haven't seen one of those shows in my local Apple store, but I'm sure they've done it before. I'm pretty sure they've done it before. But Brom, have you seen any of these shows in your Apple stores before, or no?
I actually haven't been to any up to date Apple sessions or shows or anything like that.
Okay.
My local Apple store hasn't even been updated to the newest design. So
Oh, okay, my bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
still rocking the 2008 vibe. So
Yeah, mine's rocking the 2018 vibe.
that's awesome.
But
Yeah,
the Apple store we have in Austin is called Apple the Domain North Side, and it's a really beautiful store. Has a huge display.
that's nice.
Right. Yeah. And speaking of Austin, Texas, Apple's gonna also release a new camp. They announced that they're expanding their Apple campus in Austin, and I actually been to their campus before. It's really nice. But I got tour of their campus. You know the pizza box at the Apple design pizza box?
Yeah, the Cafe Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I actually got to use one of those.
That's cool.
But dude, yeah, and Apple sushi is called so Apple sushi is called designed by Apple in California roll. So it's all
That's awesome.
yeah, it's a really unique name.
Yeah, I've been to Apple's visitor center a
yeah?
couple times. Yeah, the new visitor center in Cupertino.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it looks really nice. Do you have your merchandise, any of the Apple Park merchandise?
Of course I do.
Yeah, nice.
I have shirts and lots of stuff. Got a few watch bands while I was there.
Nice. Yeah. Do you have any of the Hermes bands or anything like that? Because those are pretty expensive.
I have one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have. All I have is sport bands, and I sold my nylon band because I never use it.
The nylon band, I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me.
Yeah.
It's really comfortable.
Great. That's cool. Okay. Brom, do you have any stories? Do you have any stories you want to share with us in today's show? Because I got one more thing.
No, I think we can move on to the next thing.
Okay, next thing. I'm just making sure. Okay. So the next thing to be talking about is Apple Entrepreneurs Camp, a 2-week program for professionals in app development kicks off today. So a few days ago, Apple has started their 11 all-female app development companies to start the day off with this session of camp. So basically, what it is, it's like this little program for like Apple entrepreneur developers. And basically,
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's for women.
I heard about
Sorry,
that.
I don't know if I made it clear, but it's for women. So it's an all female app it's like it's all female and stuff like I think it's really cool that Apple's starting to do that more. Cause dude, female developers it's really cool to see that kind of go up. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well,
we're starting to see that more.
It's always been there. I just think that they were a lot of groups.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily have to do specifically with women, but a lot of diverse groups were underrepresented
Right.
in the developer community, discriminated against in some cases, and so to see that Apple's becoming a part of these efforts. Sorry about that. You hear my dogs?
Yeah, I hear your dogs. Your dogs are loud.
Yeah, they're really passionate about women in technology.
I guess that's a good thing.
They love it.
Hey, Brom, you're not the only one that happened, okay? My Alexa went off in the middle of the show, and it was like, I thought I was.
That's your fault, though.
I know. I thought I was screwed. I had to edit the whole episode, but I actually left it because it's funny.
One thing I do want to mention. I did want to mention this. I forgot, but.
Oh yes.
So during Apple's keynote, right? This is really cool. Someone noticed this. Someone picked this out. I'm gonna give him a shout out. Michael Stieber from 9 to 5 Mac. I don't know if you guys follow him on Twitter, but you should. Great news source, great Apple news. So he pointed out that during the Apple keynote, the 2018 iPad keynote last fall, Apple said we're launching over 60 new sessions for Today at Apple. Well, when these sessions finally came out, Apple's PR release says we launched over 50 new sessions.
Okay.
So what happened? What happened to the other 10?
I think maybe they're keeping them, or I don't know. I feel like Apple stores get the choice to pick them, honestly, because I feel like they have the store managers pick them out. I'm not too sure.
I'm just saying, Holden, maybe they're chilling in the closet somewhere with their power.
Chilling in the closet.
There's some Apple stores that say on their individual pages say Apple's offering 58 new sessions.
Really?
So we have 60, 50, and 58. So how many new sessions are there really? The world may never know.
No, that's just estimate. Just say 55.
Well, okay. How many is this? If I go to college and say how many courses do you offer, they're gonna say, oh yeah, 60. We offer 60 courses, but over 50, maybe 68. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's
It's just a little unclear.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap up this episode. Okay, so I just want to say thank you guys for listening. Episode 3 is a little bit short today, but it's been loaded with a lot of cool Apple stuff, a lot of good Apple news, Apple goodies. But I just like to let you guys know that be sure to check out our website on Appleosophy.com. View us. You can we post news on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Okay. But Instagram.com/Appleosophy. Be sure to check us out. Thank you guys for listening. And if you guys new to the show or want to learn where else you can listen to the show, we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're coming soon to Pandora.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're on Spotify now. We're on Amazon Alexa now. What else are we on? We're on what's that? Oh, I think it's called Snitcher.
Stitcher?
Yeah, Stitcher.
Stitcher,
yes. Yeah, we're on Stitcher, and we'll be coming to more platforms very soon.
Very good.
Oh, and of course, Apple Podcasts, where most of you guys are probably listening to. So
Hopefully, right?
hopefully, yeah. I have to look at if I look at the statistics, I think Apple Podcast comes in like second place.
Okay. What's
But,
first? YouTube?
First is other because to stream,
Oh,
like
okay.
the audio, yeah, it's hard to explain. I'll get into it later.
Okay.
All right, but thank you guys for listening. This is Holden from Appleosophy, founder CEO of Appleosophy, and Brahm today. Thank you, Brahm, for joining today's episode.
Thank you so much, Holden. It's always good to talk with you.
Yeah, it's great to talk
Really
with
good
you
news
too, man.
this week.
No,
Yeah.
definitely. And I just want to say thank you guys to all the Appleosophy writers. I'd like to give a shout out to all the Appleosophy writers for their hard work this week. But if you guys listen to the show, be sure to visit our website at appleosophy.com because we have a great group of writers that post the latest Apple news. So if you're ever looking for Apple news, visit appleosophy.com. Thank you guys for listening, and have an awesome week.
Bye, guys.